Mr. Jaipuria, Mr. Mahapatra, the director, Mr. Gupta, my distinguished colleague, Mr. Sanjeev Chopra, teachers, students, dear friends, it's a great pleasure and a privilege for me to be here at the Jaipuria School of Business at this international conference on changing global economic scenario. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the midst of very radical changes across the world. Whether it's manufacturing 4.0 or artificial intelligence or robots, they're all changing the world in a manner in which the world had never been changed before. And what the implication of these changes are will have very severe implications for India. We continue to grow at about 7.5% per annum. We remain an oasis of growth in the midst of a barren economic landscape across the world. But the challenge for India is to grow at even higher rates of 9 to 10% over a 3-decade period. It's important that we grow year after year to be able to lift a very young population above the poverty line. It's the biggest change that is taking place is that the population in India is getting younger and will keep getting younger till 2040. Whereas the population across the world, especially in America and Western Europe, will keep getting older and older. And this is actually the biggest social and economic transition that is taking place across the world. And rarely has a country not grown and not progressed when there is light dependency burdens as in India. So what does India need to do to grow at high rates? I think first and foremost, we've over the years made India very complex and complicated and a difficult place to do business in, for private sector to create wealth. One of the things this government is doing is to make India very easy and simple, do away with all human intervention, do away with all human interface, have everything online. And this has been the effort of this government that used technology in a very big way in ease of doing business. But India is a very large country, and therefore one of the things we've done is to make states compete. On ease of doing business, we rank states. So first year we ranked states on their performances. Gujarat came number 1. But the very next year, Telangana and Andhra beat Gujarat. But the good thing was that states like Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh in the eastern part of India did very well. They came 4th and 5th. And if the eastern part of India improves, then the rest of India improves very radically. Because the southern part of India and the western part of India do reasonably well. The northern part also does reasonably well. 7 states in the eastern part of India and 200 odd districts do not do well in India. And it's important that we make them do well. So first is make India easy and simple. Second, I think it's important to understand that we are in a globalized world. And in a globalized world, India has to be a very integral part of the global supply chain. And therefore, in the last 3 years, we have opened up our economy in a very big way. We've opened up every single sector of our economy to foreign direct investment. And our FDI has grown by about 62% at a point of time when FDI in the rest of the world has fallen by 16%. So the more we open up, you will be able to get good companies from abroad who will come in and invest. And it is necessary for India to remain a very integral part of the global supply chain. The third is that we are seeing a lot of energy, vibrancy, and dynamism in our startup movement. We are seeing some unique startups from water to health. You have Mitra Biotech, which is relocated from Silicon Valley, doing unique work on personalized cancer care. You have Conseo Medical, which is doing very unique work on issues relating to stool management. You have Practo, which has put about almost millions of people in direct touch with So you're seeing technology being used in a very big way. There's one girl called Pranshu Bandari in Rajasthan who's taught 9 million Indians how to speak English through her app called Hello English. This has never happened before. So all this shows that startups are making a huge difference in India. And I was very surprised when the director, IIT Mumbai, told me that 40% of the students either joined a startup or actually started their own startup. So a lot of Indians who used to be job seekers are all becoming job creators today. The fourth point I want to make is that increasingly India is becoming a center for manufacturing and for global R&D for the rest of the world. We've seen about almost 700 companies coming into Bangalore and Hyderabad, from IBM to Cisco to 3M, all doing their research and development here. And this has led to a lot of innovation happening for the rest of the world from India. So if you look at Honeywell's turbocharger, or if you look at GE's low-cost ECG machine, or if you look at Philips' low-cost sound recording machine, or John Dickery's 60 HP tractor, they've all been innovated in India for the rest of the world. And India has actually done unique frugal engineering to capture the global markets. So India's Bangalore and Hyderabad have become the centers of global R&D, and this movement is spreading to Pune, to Gurgaon.